Are the guests all here?
Most are, TT. They're upstairs dressing for dinner. All except these two.
Haven't arrived. I do hope something hasn't happened to them. Wouldn't want them to miss the big celebration.
A celebration you richly deserve, TT.
Now, Miss Periwinkle, you've been the best secretary an Egyptologist could hope for. Your hieroglyphics are quite appealing, but...
Don't they bring out the Sphinx in you, TT?
Now, Miss Periwinkle, I am a married man.
I'm well aware of that. I'll check on the guests.
You don't think this will be too much for dinner, do you?
Queen Nefertiti's gold necklace. You can't wear that, Ivy. It's part of the collection of tomb. I've told you once, I have told you 1,000 times. Museums around the world will pay a fortune for my find. My find, Ivy, not yours.
But I'm your wifey poo.
I know we poo.
Honestly, Tommy, you're nothing but a killjoy. Now I'll have to go find one of my old necklaces to wear for tonight.
Holy Professor Towers! I was categorizing the jewelry pen, but something awful's happened.
Something missing, you mean?
Gee, how did you know? Ivy again, huh?
She loves gold more than me, I'm afraid.
I told you, she has no appreciation of life, liberty, or the pursuit of ancient civilizations. I'll go put this back in inventory. Professor Towers?
Who are you? How did you get into the estate?
Nellie Fry, New York Bugle. Your gatekeeper's nodding off. I'm here to get an exclusive on the opening of King Brottenmux's tomb. The world wants to know, Professor.
I came, I found, I opened.
Can I quote you on that?
Sure, why not?
Any rumors that the tomb was cursed?
Curse? What curse?
Why, the curse of the Cobra's kiss. Beware, beware, you greedy jackal. Touch not the bones of my foot or head. Should you disturb my tomb or treasure, a Cobra's kiss shall strike you dead.
Absurd. Ridiculous. I am a man of science, not bad poetry. Though, I suppose, since you are here, you might as well join us for dinner. You'll find a lavatory on your left there we may freshen up. Heavens knows science could use some good front page coverage.
Tommy, you old bone duster, you thought about my idea?
Max, my old friend, I thought we had an agreement. You would finance the $50,000 for the expedition, and in return, you would receive 10% of the profit once everything was sold.
Well, sure, but I promised all my angels who invested that their profits would be big, and I mean Texas big.
But see here, a motion picture.
It'll rake in 200 grand. And besides, my little sugar plums, Rose and Violet, are just dying to make a picture. I got the perfect script. Rose and Violet play two women kidnapped by Bedouins, see? They're forced to marry the wealthy Prince Kabdu Madu, but then too much wind, too much sand, too much lamb stew forces them over the wall. They race into the desert like a couple of doggies in a rodeo arena. They're chased by the mad goats of Prince Kabdu Madu. Just as the goats are about to catch them, the girls find a tiny opening in the desert for them. They hop in and sure as shooting, it's King Rottenlux's tomb.
And where do I fit in all this?
No offense, but why would you fit in? You ain't good looking or romantic. We'll leave the heroics to Lyle Stark.
But it was my discovery. Mine. Years of painstaking effort and research led to the biggest discovery of ancient artifacts the world has ever seen. I will not be made a fool on film.
You know, in Texas, you say there's more than one way to skin a snake.
Jessica Maples, my favorite mystery writer.
Oh, Tommy, it's so good to see you.
Excuse me for barging in like this, but your gate is unlocked.
I have to get a new gatekeeper.
And the oddest little man has been chasing me.
Ah, there you are. The woman that excites my little gray cells.
Ah, Hercule Bertram, all of me.
Professor Tommy Towers, my great Egyptologist friend. How good to see you after all these years.
So you are a guest at Professor Towers.
Hercule's pork chop does not lie, madam.
Hercule and I go way back. He was the chief inspector at the Brussels Police Department, while I was curator at the Royal Museum. Hercule here is the one you nabbed the thief who had stolen the Denalian sausage plate.
I can see how you caught the culprit, Monsieur Porkchop.
You think I am good at war? You shall see how I pursue in love.
I take it you know dear Jessica?
Of course. I have read every one of her 685 mystery novels. But what amazes me the most is that you have time to write all of these when you're out solving so many of them yourself.
Well, I type very fast.
And are you here to solve a mystery?
I am here on holiday. I don't intend to think about blood, mysterious figures standing in the windows, or screams in the night. Dear, just when I thought I could get away from it all.
Oh, Monsieur, that scream, it makes my blood rush through my veins. A hint of mystery, a suggestion of murder. It makes me want to hold you tight and smother you with kisses.
Please, Monsieur Porkchop. The night has 1,000 eyes.
Oh, you know about love, do you not? Shall I not sweep her off her feet and carry her up into the night?
Oh dear, that sounded like Ivy. I hope she's all right.
What's happened? Who screamed?
Sounded like a heifer getting a hoof cleaned.
Really, Mr. DeGlowheart, you Americans are so crude.
I ain't American. I'm a Texan.
I want to go home. This place gives me the creeps. I have seen the future, Mrs. Towers. I've seen death.
Ivy dear, are you all right? Was that you screaming?
Beware, Professor. There will be death.
Oh, sit down, you silly old fool.
Do you always call weekend guests to dinner with a scream, Uncle Tom?
Nephew, I believe I have told you before. You may call me Uncle Thomas or Professor Towers, but not Uncle Tom.
Sorry.
I guess dear little old Ivy saw something that scared the tar out of her.
It was horrible.
Tell me what you saw, dear.
I saw him.
So what ugly coot did you see, Mrs. Towers? He was with me at that time.
Really, Sylvia? It was a mistake. You weren't invited. You're in such bad taste.
Bad taste? You want to see bad taste? Turn around, look what's got you by the throat.
Peter and I love each other.
What would he know about love? Peter used to love me too. You only latched onto him once you found out he may be a wealthy heir Professor Towers here.
What do you mean, wealthy heir?
I am Uncle Tommy's only blood relative.
Yes, nephew, but is blood really thicker than water?
Goodness, you're Jessica Maples, aren't you? World famous mystery writer and sleuth.
The Jessica Maples?
Jess and I go way back. We met at a dig in Mesopotamia.
I can dig at you, old rascal, you.
Young man.
My nephew, Peter Whittingstump.
Ah, Mr. Whittingstump. By your first marriage. I remember reading about you. You were into race cars for a while, weren't you? At least until that nasty accident in Monte Carlo.
Peter never wrecked a car in his life, Miss Know-It-All.
I was referring to his bank account. He lost every cent his father had at the bingo table.
Bingo? Ha! Maybe you can play my granny sometime.
Why
She loves
you-
an easy win, buckaroo.
Why, you? I'll push your camera lens for that.
Now, Mr. Whittingstump. At least you redeemed yourself by studying ancient cultures in Ecuador, did you not?
Si, senor.
Aren't we a bit off the beaten track here?
Will you listen to that, sis? A real live Frenchman.
I ain't never heard no real Frenchman talk before.
I am Belgian.
And I think you're as cute as a lamb chop.
Do you, Violet? Well, then what do you call this face? Chopped liver?
Now that you mention it, Lyle.
Max, tell them to stop making fun of me.
You, sir, must be Mr. Lyle Stark, the matinee idol.
Never know it around those two imbeciles.
Max, we baby dumb, but we ain't imbeciles.
Thank heavens the movies are silent.
Rose, Lyle, knock it off, or I'll pull the contracts out from under the tree.
I really am a news reporter.
Golly, Professor Towers, I got an intruder. Should we get the gatekeeper, throw her out into the desert?
Thank you for being so cautious, Claire, but I have already invited an enterprising Miss Bride or a weekend celebration.
Oops, can't be too careful.
So, what was all the screaming a while ago?
Precisely what we all want to know. What happened in your room, Mrs. Towers?
How did you know I was in my room?
Simple. You only have half of your false fingernails on. You were in the process of gluing your Lee nails on when it happened.
Ooh la la! I love it when you deduce, mon chéri.
Please, Monsieur Porktop. I am working. Now tell us, what did you see?
I saw him, King Rottenlux.
You gotta be kidding. What a story. Mummy walks.
My face you shall see all hours of the day and night. I will prompt thee to your prayers.
Ivy, Judge Sadie the Soother.
The pot's on you, Ticklefuss.
Quick, notes.
Right, TT.
Now, dear, tell me, how tall was the apparition?
I don't know.
What color was his complexion?
Search me.
His voice, was it high-pitched? Did he speak English?
He mumbled.
Perhaps Mrs. Towers can tell us in her own words what happened.
Thanks, Miss Maples. I was putting on my nails, see, just like you said, when I looked up in the mirror and saw this thing moving. It must have been tall, since it was as tall as the door to the balcony. Then, all of a sudden, it was inside my room. It was a mummy walking toward me. It wore bandages, its arms stretched out, and I got so scared I screamed and ran out of my room.
The living dead.
Real ghost. Max, I want you to book me on the first camel to California. Gosh, you don't really believe any of this, do you?
Listen to King Rottenlux, for I am here.
Here we go again.
What is this she says?
The old bat's balmy.
Don't you ever say that about Tarantella. She knows her research.
Tarantella? Sounds like a cookie.
My wife's personal advisor.
I am Rottenlux, and I speak.
So spit it out already, little lady.
Hear me well, before the wolf howls. Death shall stalk this house, not once but thrice. You opened my tomb and disturbed my bones. Now pay the price.
Gosh! What's wrong with her? Is she dead? Tarantella, come in. Tarantella, back to reality. This always happens.
You mean after lunch? The souffle was enough to kill anyone.
You accuse my souffle of murder?
Now, Fondue, I'm sure he didn't mean it.
My souffle do not take kindly to such accusations.
Really, old gal? Just a harmless comment.
Get that cleaver away from her.
Not in here, old bean.
I do not use old beans. I'm Chef Lulu Fondue. I graduated first in my class from the Royal Academy of Culinary Arts and Sciences. With such an illustrious background, why are you here in Luxor cooking for a single family? Why are you not in Paris at the Moulin Rouge? Don't you read the papers?
But of course, Chef Lulu Fondue, the suspected butcher of Fiesta.
That's right. She was accused of poisoning the entire de Belchford royal family.
With turkey liver pate.
I trust Chef Fondue's cooking implicitly. Poor thing, couldn't get a job on the continent. And, well, since I knew her father, I just had to help her out.
Always a friend, Tommy. An admirable trait.
But a potentially dangerous one. What has happened now?
The chef, she suffered from
Me, all the way from Karnak. And turkey liver pate all the way from Cairo.
That pate looks a bit dry, but not worth all these tears.
I think something worse than a dry pate has happened, monsieur.
Oh, Professor, it's horrible! My poor little cat Moo.
You sure you don't mean your cow?
My cat, my poor little Moo.
What's happened to Moo Moo?
He's pooped all over the cornyard.
You mean Kerskla?
Kerplunk, that's flush.
Speak English, why don't you?
But of course, the cat has been squashed.
Stepped on by a giant. The footprints look like garbage can lids. Oh, poor Moo Moo.
Juliet, go. The three of you must be together. I remember when my sister Fern and I lost our pet parakeet. We cried for a week.
Yes, ma'am. If you need anything, just ring.
Poor dears. Moo Moo meant so much to them. Last living memory of their father.
Mon Dieu, their father was a Mouser.
No, he was the great Shakespearean actor, Lucius Lenox. He named all of his daughters after Shakespeare's leading ladies.
I remember that name. Too bad he squandered his wealth and talent on gin rummy.
Golly, what's so bad about gin rummy?
Well, with him, first it was the gin, and then the rummy. Poor things, I'm afraid he left them penniless, and now, petless. Well, I, for one, am starving, and I trust Chef Fondue's cooking implicitly.
Get a doctor!
The power of suggestion is too powerful, I'm afraid.
Professor, you're all right.
Of course I'm fine. Turkey liver pate is a delicacy here, and what the chef can't do to a turkey's liver.
Maybe we ought to slip you in the picture somehow. What a performance.
Well, just to point out that our imaginations, all our imaginations, are running a bit wild. This is supposed to be a celebration. Eat up, everyone!
Gee, Miss Maples, how come Professor Towers invited you here?
I like to think of him as my friend. Miss
Partridge. I'm Professor Towers' research assistant, and I dearly love that man. If anything should happen to him,
You're worried, aren't you?
I just have this feeling that something's wrong.
Juliet, Cordelia, the door.
Sounded to me like a weak woodpecker.
I'm sure I heard a knock on the door. Juliet and her sisters probably didn't hear it. I'll go get it.
Please, Monsieur Porkchop, if you are a policeman, keep the professor safe.
I am a private detective. No, mademoiselle. But I do not understand. You feel he is in danger?
These people are like vultures waiting to descend upon a carcass.
But there is no one dead.
Keep it that way. Please.
So, do you believe there is dirty laundry afoot?
Look what I just found outside the front door. Gosh, it sure looks pretty.
Beware of Greeks bearing gifts.
Tarantella, you know I'm not Greek. I'm as English as tea and crumpets.
Congratulations on your magnificent find, President Warren G. Harding.
President of good old US of A? Well, Tommy, old man, you're playing catch with the big boys now.
I didn't know the president was into old relics.
What do you mean? He is an old relic.
Something in the basket. Great bang!
Perhaps he's not acting.
Not acting? Nobody behaves like that unless they've been bitten by a cobra.
Professor? Tommy? Professor Towers? Are
you all right?
Say, there ain't a doctor out there by any chance?
Stand back! C'est dommage. His juggler has ceased to juggle.
He's
Dead, as they say in baseball. Strike one.
And he laughed about the turkey liver pate.
I think it was something far worse than a dry pate, monsieur. This reminds me of Mrs. DeBuana Anderson, back home in St. Mary's Weedy Cove. She always sang that song, A Tisket, a Tasket. It got on her husband's nerves until the point of distraction, until one day he sent a basket of flowers, and inside was a deadly spider. A tisket, a tasket.
Something's in the basket!
It's a poisoned apple!
You know Lyle, always a hero.
Not so far from the truth.
It was not an apple, for the professor bears the cobra's kiss.
Oh, golly gee! The curse! I want to go home.
I killed a cobra?
Thank you, Mr. Stark, for your accuracy.
Oh, Jessica, your courage is about to drive me wild.
Please, Monsieur Porkchop, control yourself.
How can you think of love at a time like this? Poor Professor Towers is dead. Murdered.
Now wait a moment, all right. So we had a run-in with an unfriendly cobra. Does that make for a murder?
You don't think that a snake with a craving for apples just happened to be in the basket, do you? Why not?
Madam, everyone knows. Cobras hate apples.
Then this really is murder.
oh my poor Tommy. Who would have done this to you?
As if you don't know.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think I know anything about poor Tommy's death, do you?
Dinner, sir.
Cordelia, I'm afraid the professor has been a victim of foul play.
The professor is...
Like a doorknob.
This place is cursed. I know it is. Listen, it won't do any good standing around and staring at him like this all day.
Precisely. Why don't we all try to relax in the dining room? We'll have some dinner, and then after dinner, we'll all be able to think a little more clearly. Hercules, please cover the body.
Yeah, let's eat. I could eat a horse.
Me too. You look like you've eaten a couple of horses since.
Why are you staring at me like that? I didn't have anything to do with poor Tommy's death.
Perhaps not. My dear, do you know where the professor kept his personal papers? His will, perhaps?
In there, his desk. But he hid the key and I don't know where he hid the lock.
Come along, Mrs. Towers. I fixed some tea for you.
Thanks. I don't know what I'd do without you.
We must contact the police.
You call. I snoop.
Hello? Hello? Yes, I need the police. 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 Yes. I'll wait. Yes, I would like to report a murder. Murder. M-U-R-D-E-R. Yes. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Yes, Professor Tommy Towers, please come. Come quick. I do hope that desk is not evidence, monsieur.
I think this is the evidence.
Oh dear, your aim was too accurate.
Yes, they look like papers from a Swiss bank. This must be the will.
It may well hold the key to unlocking the entire mystery. Monsieur? Monsieur?
Oh,
Are you all right?
my head. It has the gooseneck. Your touch feels so good.
Someone must have tried to get the will.
They did not just try.
You mean,
Alas,
of all the rotten luck? But then, this is what this is all about, isn't it? King Rotten Lucks? Monsieur Porktop and I will remove the body to the cellar, where it will remain cool and dry, just like the bodies of the ancient kings and queens in the Great Pyramids.
and now, Jessica, mon petit chat, we know it was the snake. We know that the snake had to have been put in the basket after we arrived. And we know that everyone was in the room when we arrived.
A perplexing problem, isn't it, Monsieur?
Oh, I love it when your little gray cells begin to twist and turn. Kiss me, Jessica, kiss me.
Hello? Inspector Heather Zudector here. Someone called about a murder?
You arrived just in time.
Professor Tommy Towers has been killed.
No.
But yes,
But we
We must then find out who did this terrible thing. Where does the purpose still lead?
follow me, Inspector.
By the way, who are you?
Stop following me, Sylvia.
You can't do this to me, Peter.
Do what? We're finished. We had our fun, but it's over.
Why? Because your uncle didn't approve? I wasn't smart enough for him? You don't have to listen to him anymore. He's dead, Peter.
That's right. And now everything is mine.
But it can all be ours. Why you? Watch out, or you may be next.
Ah!
Just me, Peter.
Don't scare me like that.
You're sure jumpy.
My uncle was just murdered. Somebody's already got into the desk and plugged it full of more holes than a cribbage board. And there's a killer on the loose.
It could be you. Or me, pretty boy.
The will isn't here. Someone swiped it.
That could work out just fine.
What are you talking about? Chloe! Don't say a word. Thought you'd get the scoop on this story, huh? Well, the Clarion is on top of it, you see. Now don't say a word, and I'll let you go.
Lloyd, the Duke with the scoop. I might have known you'd show up sooner or later.
Nobody opens King Rotlux's tomb without the Clarion being on top of it. Where's Professor Towers?
The refrigerator.
Getting a snack, huh? Well, I don't blame him. He deserves a treat.
In the refrigerator, Dodo.
Quit being funny, Nellie. I'm not falling for that false lead stuff.
Somebody iced him.
You're not kidding, are you? Any idea who did the job?
I thought if I could get the will, but somebody beat me to it. Shh, somebody's coming. Let's hide.
Well, doggies, now that old Tommy's up at the great roundup in the sky, we can make our picture with no trouble, Al.
Yeah, he won't stand in the way now, will he?
Oh gosh, I didn't think nobody.
We was just talking, darling.
Looking for somebody?
Miss Maples, I gotta find her. I saw something real funny.
Like what?
But I gotta find Miss Maples.
You gotta find out what she knows, Max.
What's wrong? You got something to hide, son?
Who are all these people?
What do you care? This is my story.
You still sore at me?
No, Lloyd. Why should I be sore? Just because you went off to Amsterdam with Phoebe Van Lunk to get that story on diamond smuggling? Why should I get sore?
You think Fifi and me? Nellie, it was strictly business.
It had to be you.
I don't know what you're talking about, ingrates.
You always hated me. And you were the only one who could put that basket in front of the door.
Everyone else was in the parlor.
I was cleaning fish at the time, and I don't eat catfish.
Yeah? Prove it. You want proof? Smell this.
The spirits are stirring in this room.
Golly, that's just the pate.
Actually, it smells like dead mackerel in here.
He is here.
You mean Tommy?
The spirit of King Rottenbuck's box.
Oh, shut up, you old flea bag. Why that sneaking, conniving? Get out of here, all of you, get out.
But madame, you owe me for the last 6 months.
Take 2 aspirins and call me in the morning.
But I need my money, for I have a sick grandmother, a sick husband, a sick child, and sick chickens.
Can I get you anything, Miss Powers? Aspirin? Bromo seltzer? Pepto-Bismol? No, but you stay. Bring me that thing.
But the professor told me never to touch it. He said it's worth the king's ransom.
He's dead. Remember? I'm in charge. Now bring it to me.
Yes, ma'am.
The wishing hawk. Hold it and wish, and your wish will come true. Juliet, what's gotten into you? Get the gun!
A gun? Somebody might get hurt.
Get the gun in the box over there!
But the professor said I'm never to.
He's dead, remember? And I'll be next if you don't get the gun!
What do I do with it?
Shoot the thing! Shoot!
I can't.
Aim higher! Aim lower! Oh, you can't hit the broadside of a barn, can you? Juliet, help! Help! Juliet!
Help! Somebody, help!
Juliet, what's happened?
Oh, Miss Maples, the king. The king dragged the mistress out that window.
The king? You mean King George V was here?
I'm afraid she means King Rottenlux.
Yes, the mummy.
Are you sure?
I fired the gun, but it didn't get hurt.
Oh, I'm by the curse. What's out there? Where could he be taking her?
The tar pits.
The deepest, blackest tar pits in the world.
You must go there. Save her.
Hurry, Inspector.
Yes, Miss Maples, we'll save her.
We? I've got terrible corns on my feet.
Most chickens do.
The inspector seems full of foul jokes.
Never mind, Monsieur. We must find out where everyone is at. We need to know who is not in the house.
I am up. Juliet, I am in need of your assistance.
Oh, Miss Maples, thank goodness I've been looking everywhere for you. What's wrong, Rose?
I saw something more suspect if you get my gist.
Sit down and tell me about it. Well, I was sneaking out of Lyle's room, and I went to her room, and there they were.
Whose room, dear? Really, my dear girl? What's that? Are you all right? Rose, dear, I asked you a question. Whose room? Okay, I don't have all night. Whose room, darling? Rose? Rose? Oh, dear! You poor child. Victim of a fatal blow dart. Curer, I would expect.
All right, I cannot find anybody. Either they are all invisible or they are hiding.
Which means anyone could have done this.
What is wrong with her?
She is dead.
Dead? Oh no. We must stop this terrible curse. How can 2 people die, maybe 3, while her accused pork chop is under the same roof?
You think your reputation is in jeopardy? Look at me. We must solve these murders, monsieur, or we'll both be ruined.
But how? We have no clues.
True. But our friends here in the audience have seen everything, have they not?
But of course, you must help us. You must tell us what you have seen.
We will bring up the lights and listen to every detail they have to tell us. Perhaps then, monsieur, we will be able to solve this crime.
I love it when your little gray cells burn rubber.
Okay, we have a few questions for you. What did the mummy look like? How tall was it? Was it heavy? Can anyone help us? It's a little difficult to see.
Silly Americans.
5'10", slender?
He's a policeman.
That's good. Ah, there you all are. Worried for a second. 5'10", slender. Did it speak?
White cloth?
Okay.
Smart one there.
Yes. Did it speak? Did it say anything? No. Okay. Okay. Slowly. That's good. Thank you. Blow dart.
Right-handed.
Right-handed.
They are very different from the left-handed ones.
Yes, very. Thank you. Let's see. What do we know about the professor's will? Do we know what it says? No? All right.
We will.
Well, they're not very helpful anymore. Okay.
Okay.
Will? Right.
We were all in the room when we heard the knock. Did you see anything suspicious? No? You're saying his wife got the basket?
Do you think Ivy had reason to kill her husband?
Billions?
A good reason.
All right.
The
The nephew, what about the nephew?
She take her notes?
No, I do not see a notepad.
That's very good. Thank you. Has there been mention of anyone that we haven't seen? Have they talked about someone who's here but has not been in the room?
Has anyone been on set? Appears that we have not seen.
The cook? The president. Yes.
The president, yes. He's on the top of my list.
That Harding who...
Oh, a guy from the newspaper.
Like, who's?
Wearing a brown trench coat. He snuck in and was talking to the other gal.
Very good.
Lloyd.
Do you know his last name?
Right.
Lloyd.
Like the bird? C-R-A.
All right. That is very helpful.
But who would have reason to kill all 3 people? The professor, his wife, and poor Rose.
Oh,
She's not dead?
you do not know?
That's good thinking.
you believe in the curse? Or is Tarantella a phony? Throw her out.
Guards?
Oh? This girl? What?
Who would have had a blow dart to kill her? Would they have stolen it from one of the professor's cases? Assistant.
Oh.
What is her name? Claire? Claire.
Ah, good memories.
Partridge. Yes, I remember meeting her. Well, I think we have collected enough. And now I know who the killer is.
Oh, me. Oh, my. I still have no idea. Please, you must help me once again. You need to fill out your ballot, and you need to tell me what you know. And maybe, with your knowledge and my expertise, we will be able to find the killer. After all, no one can solve a crime quicker than Hercule's pork chop.
I don't understand what's going on, Mr. Evolver. I heard something's happened to Mrs. Towers.
You mean she's been killed too?
I'm afraid so, Mr. Stark.
I knew we shouldn't have come all this way to make a picture, Max. What was wrong with all the sand in California? At least there ain't no murdering mummies in Hollywood.
Get a hold of yourself, Violet.
It was all stupid Rose's fault. The little twit wanted the sweet plane ride so she could talk Max into the stupid trip.
Mon Dieu, they do not know.
Know what, Frenchie?
Where have you been the last hour?
Playing Pinnacle, if it's any of your business.
The three of you?
Rose is too dumb to play cards.
Correction. Rose is too dead to play cards.
She was murdered in that very chair not an hour ago.
No, how did it happen?
A South American blow dart.
Oh no! My poor little sister Rose! Who did it?
My dear, if we knew that, we would have already told the inspector.
Told me what?
Unfortunately, there's been another murder. Rose LeChou has been poisoned. She was about to tell me about something she had seen when... That was it! Someone must have been standing on the terrace and poisoned her with a fatal blow dart.
But this is terrible news.
Turn up any sign of Mrs. Towers?
Nothing but this.
Her scarf. That's the one she bought at Macy's on their last trip to New York. Professor Towers doted on her so. A scarf cost $349.
I found it at the edge of the tar pit.
Ooh la la! Fortunately, there was no tar on it.
Juliet said that Mrs. Towers... I'm scared. Juliet said that Mrs. Towers was holding the golden hawk when she was dragged out of the room. Any sign of it at the tar pits?
Nothing.
But that piece was worth $100 grand.
Why would a mummy care about money?
Get me out of this crummy joint. Take me home. My poor little Rose. We were just like twins.
Oh dear!
What is it?
That could be one way.
Mr. the Blowheart, entertain no thoughts of leaving just yet.
You mean we're stuck here?
Until the killer is found.
You can't keep us here against our will. Why, I'll stick the Texas Rangers on here.
That fool, he doesn't even care about poor Rose. Or poor Ivy. Poor Ivy.
Could it be that Monsieur Stark had the ooh-la-las for Mrs. Towers?
But then, who would not have killed her, no?
I hope you don't mind, Inspector, but I'm having some information relayed to Interpol.
You are onto something?
Possibly.
Oh, Jessica, I love it when you start putting 2 plus 2 together.
Really, Monsieur, you're wasting our time slobbering like this. We've got work to do before the killer strikes again. What would you have us do? We must search the rooms.
But everyone is in their rooms.
Of course. Wait, we were all invited here to see the key artifacts of King Rottenlux. Let us see them, and a clever little addition will be sure to rattle a few bones. Now we wait.
Really, it's inappropriate gathering like this for a lecture when there are bodies stacked up everywhere.
I can understand your feelings, Mr. Wigginstown, but perhaps there is something in the treasure that can give us a clue. Humor me. Go ahead, Miss Partridge.
You're always trying to upstage me. You don't think a woman can get a story like a man can? But I wouldn't put it past you to commit the crime so you'd have something to report, Mr. Crane.
So you're the police, judge, and jury all rolled up into one pretty package, are you?
I'm just a darn good reporter.
I must interrupt. Who are you two?
Nellie Fry, New York Bugle.
Lloyd Crane, New York Clarion.
The media is not what we need at this time. If you wish to remain, you must cooperate by being silent. So you were not in the house at the time of the first murder, Mr. Crane?
Not a chance. I had to rent a donkey to get down here, and he was almost as stubborn as some people I know.
Well, then you could
But wait a minute.
all in due time. But for now, here for the most impressive presentation. Make yourselves comfortable. Miss Partridge, please.
We knew that King Rottenlux had been buried in the Valley of the Dinglings sometime before 2200 BC. There is mention of his tomb in the early writings of the architect Alawandet. He wrote,
Today we broke ground for the tomb of King Rottenlux. The earth is so beep hard that we broke our beep backs. The beep beep who picked this beep spot should have the beep beep himself.
What was the guy? A road runner?
Alawandet was known for colorful language. At any rate, we had to find an opening to the tomb. Originally, King Rottenlux was supposed to be buried in a pyramid, but after laying the first level of granite, Alawandet gave up and covered the tomb with sand. He put up a few signs. Like this. But they were quickly taken by early Egyptian teenagers who liked to hang road signs in their bedrooms. So it wasn't long before the location of the tomb disappeared from the face of the desert. That was until a man named Carpet got mad one day at his wife. He said she could corn like a crow. This was a great insult. She wasn't going to take this lying down. She grabbed a rolling pin and chased him out of the valley into the desert. He wandered over the dunes for 3 days, too afraid to return home. On the 3rd day, he suddenly fell into a hole. It was the opening to the tomb. He ran back to the authorities, and they, in turn, contacted Professor Towers, who was the world authority on King Rottenlux, which brings us to what was found in the tomb. This ancient burial box contains some of the most precious possessions of King Rottenlux. Here, for example, is a Shabti figure. This was to be the worker in the king's other life. Here is the amulet of solid gold. This is a symbol of life. And here is the sacred beetle, symbol of creation. And now, for the picture of the sacred boat, used to transport the king.
What is wrong, Mrs. Partridge?
Golly, this isn't the sacred boat.
For crying out loud, what is it?
A message.
A message of doom.
Shucks. Read it already.
I know your secrets, all of them. One of you killed the three, and your identity is known only to me.
So, what are y'all doing in my stall, ma'am?
Really, Miss Maples?
Nosing about.
We hang snoots in Texas.
And you know what they do to thieves in Egypt? It's not very pretty.
What are you talking about?
The golden hawk.
Is it gold?
Solid. Worth $100,000. A third of what you collected from the investors of this expedition. An expedition which only cost $50,000. What happened to the rest of that money, Mr. Bigelowhart?
It's tied up.
Tied up in your yacht, swimming pool, gambling debts, Maxie Swine.
Oh, he's been quite a little piggy swiping this and that around the house. He's been trying to pay back the investors. But the real question is, if Ivy was dragged out of the room holding the golden hawk, how did it get in your room?
Now, wait a minute. I don't know how that got in here. So I don't keep the best books in town. That don't mean I'm a killer.
So, what do I do now?
There are other pictures. You've got an adoring public.
But a third of that $300,000 is mine, Miss Maples. Why, if I ever see Max again, I'll kill her.
Miss Maples, you're the last gal at it finding Max's room. You got a rendezvous with Max? With some evidence, yes.
Evidence, say, you ain't too mad, are you? I just want to go to know.
I believe he went that way. Mrs. Stark?
Mrs. Stark, Miss Maples, you are just the silliest little thing. Why would you call me Mrs. Stark?
There's no use hiding it, Violet. I found a marriage certificate in Lyle Stark's coat pocket, saying that you two have been wedded. The pocket closest to his heart.
Miles, but you can't tell nobody, Miss Maples. But if his public ever found out he's hitched, his career would be over.
Who else knew of your marriage?
Why, nobody.
Really? I can tell by that twitch of your eye something's wrong.
I don't know what you mean.
I found a note in your room. A note threatening that you either pay a certain amount or word will be leaked to the press about your marriage. A note from your sister.
Waiting for someone, Mademoiselle Periwinkle?
Oh, what makes you think I'm waiting for someone?
You checked your watch.
Just to see what time it was.
You do not fool Hercule's pork chop. You are here waiting for who? A man you love?
Hardly.
A woman you must pay to keep quiet about the dark secrets in your past?
Ridiculous.
The next victim you intend to eliminate?
Try my lawyer. I intend to sue you for slander.
Miss Periwinkle seems very upset.
She is hiding something.
Yes, it appears from a receipt I found in her handbag that she took a course in elementary snake charming.
You mean?
She could have put that snake in the basket.
But she had the, what do you Americans call them? The hots for Professor Towers?
But his furnace wasn't quite as heated up. I found a note in her dresser in which he firmly rejected her advances, saying she was a bit too plain, ponderous, and positively passionless, even if her hieroglyphics were top-notch.
A woman's scorn can be very dangerous, no?
Perhaps, but if she put the snake in the basket, then how could she have got it outside the door? We were all in the same room.
I have not been sleeping in your room, Peter.
Somebody moved my yellow rubber ducky. I always leave him on the edge of the tub. But I found him floating in the sink.
Excuse me, mon ami. I did not know you loved your yellow rubber ducky so. I thought you only loved the ladies.
So you were rummaging about in there.
We must know the truth.
You went through all our things?
And we have found very much.
Just, what did you find, Monsieur Portrait?
You must be more careful when you burn letters in your fireplace. I have found the merest fragment of a letter you have received.
A bill, that's all.
And you have received many bills lately. Yes?
I spend money like everybody else.
Mon ami, you spend money like a king. And now you must pay the pooper.
Hyper.
That is what I said. You apparently owe 300,000 pounds in back taxes. And if you cannot pay the cash, you will be thrown into prison.
So, I've been having a cash flow problem.
Yes, and someone has turned off the faucet. And perhaps to turn it back on, you have resorted to murder.
Ridiculous.
Or was this perhaps a love letter? Was there yet another lady in your life? Well, under the scrutiny of Tokyo's pork chop, I will find a motive. 4 words.
Monsieur Portrait, what do you mean, a motive or what?
And what's this about love letters, Petey?
Nothing, I was putting bills.
This little twit I can handle, Peter. But somebody else, why, it may just drive me to murder.
Hey, Miss Maples, what are you doing in my room?
Clues, my dear. We must find clues.
What are you talking about?
3 murders.
Gee, you don't think I mean me,
Why not? You were the professor's long-lost daughter from his first marriage, weren't you?
you're kidding, right?
I found this letter in your suitcase. Was it a letter from your mother? A confession?
Give me that. You can't imagine how she hated Egypt. She wanted no part of his work. So she raised me in America. She told me all along I was left on her doorstep one night. She struggled all these years, and never once did Professor Tommy Towers ever try to help. He never came to see me. He never bought me an ice cream cone. Nothing. He was so absorbed in his work, it was like I didn't even exist.
But he did finally search for you. And when he found you, your mother wouldn't let him see you.
How did you know that?
He wrote me about it years ago.
If only I could believe that. I came here hating him. And then I saw how much he loved this place. And now I'm so confused.
Miss Partridge.
A most delicious dinner, Chef Bandu.
Merci, Monsieur Portrait.
You beat the eggs to death, madam.
It should be dead, just like so many in this world.
Your life has been no bowl of berries, has it not?
Cherries, Monsieur Portrait.
That is what I say.
Why did it make me feel like twisting? I've been smothered and she's dead.
Until Professor Towers came along.
Yes, I live in a few flight and
He did not deserve to die, so.
not when there are so many others who need to go first.
But madam, who are we to decide?
For a smart man, you're stupid. Girls! Put the chocolates on the table. Yes, ma'am. Excuse me, Monsieur Portrait.
She runs the tight ship, doesn't she?
Tight ship, you mean.
That is what I say. You 3 are out of work, I hear.
It's awful.
What will you do now?
We're going to be in pictures now.
You 3 are going to work for Mr. de Blowhard?
We aren't positive yet. He said he wants 3 sisters in a desert picture. 3 of us get to be rescued by Lyle.
This will change your lives forever.
Oh yes, Monsieur Bertop.
We'd do anything to be in pictures.
Going somewhere, Tarantella?
The spirits have warned me.
Not really. I know Mrs. Towers owed you quite a bit of money.
She was cheap beyond words.
And the professor?
He scoffed at my predictions. Ha! To what end we will see. I will now be the greatest researcher.
An excellent motive for murder, Tarantella.
To that I say baloney, Miss Maple.
Yes, phony baloney. But don't run out now. That's the surest way of making people think that you are the perpetrator of the Cobra's kiss.
I care not what other people think.
Hello? Yes, Jessica Maples? Oh, yes, Agent Smythe. You have? Good. Okay. That's just what I expected. Go on. That's just what I thought. Well, thank you, Agent Smythe. That was a call from Interpol, the international police organization, confirming my worst suspicions. With these new facts, I know who the killer is. Unfortunately, facts aren't enough to provide Inspector Heather Zudector with the necessary evidence to convict. We must make the killer come forward. Good heavens!
Jessica! Oh, Jessica, you are safe. I feared for your life.
I'm all right. The shots came from outside.
So I have found the killer.
You're crazy. I didn't hurt a fly. I didn't kill anyone.
Gosh, I heard shots! There hasn't been another murder, has there?
Now nothing'll happen to you so long as Max is here.
Apparently, the inspector has turned up something important.
It's about time.
Follow the camera.
Who's got the scoop?
Dad still fills this house. I warn you.
Tarantella, I paid you good money to guide me back to Lux. Can't stand in this house any longer.
But first I must warn everyone. Death lurks around every corner.
So, Miss Periwinkle, your rendezvous was for your ticket out of here. Mon Dieu, how the gunshot brings out the dirty laundry.
Dirty indeed. I caught Mr. Stark heading to the tar pits with this.
It's just
What the well-dressed mummy was wearing.
yes, I saw it with my own two eyes.
Ah, and when no one was looking, you decided to dispose of the evidence.
No, you got this all wrong.
Where were you disposing, Mrs. Towers?
No, never. I couldn't.
You're quite right, Mr. Stark. You couldn't have.
But he's been caught red-handed.
Red-handed disposing of some old gods. I would imagine you found this in your suitcase?
Actually, my makeup kit.
Realizing that whoever or whatever disposed of Mrs. Towers was wearing something along those lines, you had decided you had best get rid of it.
What else could I do?
Aside from that, it's too painful a memory.
What are you talking about, Miss Maples?
Lyle, you were infatuated with Mrs. Towers ever since the 3rd grade. You see, Lyle Stark and Mrs. Towers grew up together, went to the same school, even sat behind one another. You loved her, even after all these years.
I did. And when Max asked if I wanted to come here, why, I was the happiest man in the world.
And when you arrived, you and Mrs. Towers plotted to kill Professor Towers and run off with the money. And then, when the deed was done, she rejected you, and that's when you killed her.
No, I've never killed anybody. I don't even throw real punches in the pictures.
Oh, Lyle, then it means you killed poor Rose. She saw you and Ivy smooching in a dark corner, right?
I've never kissed Ivy in my life. You're my only bundle of joy now, sugar.
Sounds like you haven't figured out right now, poor child. Maybe you're not as stupid as I thought you were first.
We mustn't jump to any conclusions.
Sorry, Miss Maples, but this one seems to be our bird, and now he's going to get cooked.
Where are you taking me?
To the jail in Luxor before her research comes true.
And now, justice.
Justice? You're hanging an innocent man. I didn't kill anyone. I didn't.
Amalgamated Press. Pronto.
Give me the phone, Nellie. You got the scoop on Tower's murder.
Wait. The line's dead.
You're trying to fool me, aren't you?
That fool probably wanted to kill us all. Good look, Miss Maples.
Really? We'll all sleep a whole lot better tonight.
But I won't sleep a wink.
Wink, wink, dare not blink. The research reveals something stink. One of us in this room is yet the purveyor of death and doom.
But that can't be true.
I do not lie.
Really? They've got the killer. It can't be one of us. I think you're just a fraud.
How dare you? I am a member of Researchers International, Researchers Credit Union, and a former president of Researchers R Us.
Juliet, remember your place.
I don't care what my place is anymore. I'm gonna be in pictures now. What you talking about, Max?
Well, Violet, honey, I'm always on the lookout for new talent.
New talent? That bimbo? She couldn't act her way out of a paper bag.
Bimbo? Who do you think you are, Sarah Heartburn?
Juliet, you and your big mouth are boring through everything. Honestly, if you were my sister.
So it's all clear now.
Gosh, I'm still in the fog.
I was the one who put the message in that burial box, Miss Partridge. I have uncovered all the secrets in the house, and I know who the killer is. Oh, the killer was smart enough to steal the professor's will, but I found it in the killer's room.
Oh, Jessica, those wheels are churning and turning, are they not?
Too much, I'm afraid. But now I must have some time to rest. We'll call everyone in the morning to read the will.
Yes, well, I suppose we can all wait until then. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Since I have to stay here another night, I want my money back.
May you find a scorpion in your bed. Ha ha ha!
Gosh, I won't sleep a wink tonight.
And how are we supposed to get this story to the press?
File it together.
Together?
Well, you two are married, aren't you?
How did you know?
You aren't suntanned where your ring should be. I can see the white line.
You are clever.
Ooh la la!
Monsieur Porta! Control yourself or we'll have to resort to brute force!
We've been married for 6 months now. Nellie promised when we got married to give up this reporter's life.
I tried, but I can't stay home and bake blueberry muffins.
I know. You nearly burned the kitchen down.
So, when the professor opened the tomb, I got the paper to send me here. I thought if I could smoke out a good story, Lloyd would understand that this is in my blood.
I think Lloyd knows that. You followed Nellie here to bring her back home, didn't you?
I don't want Nellie traveling all over the world. How could we ever raise a family?
You should have thought of that before you married me.
Nellie, wait!
Ah, l'amour. Even when it goes sour, it is sweeter than honey.
Tarantella, does your research say anything about love?
Beware, Miss Maples. Danger before dawn. Death may make a last appearance. Beware, Miss Maples.
So, you think Monsieur Stark is innocent?
He's an actor. He may kill a role, but not the professor. No, Mr. Stark has been framed.
Then, who is the killer?
Someone we must make come forward. We will make him trip on a rope that we give him. Or her. But now good night, Monsieur Porkchop.
But, what are you going to do down here?
Read for a while, perhaps fall asleep.
You should be upstairs, in your room, behind a locked door.
But then the killer wouldn't have a chance, would he?
A chance for what?
To kill me, of course. Now, good night, Monsieur Porkchop.
But,
Good night, Monsieur Porkchop. The night still has 1,000 eyes, and they won't let anything happen to me.
very well. Good night.
Now, you will keep your eyes open, won't you? Unfortunately, I feel a bit tired. The door opened slowly behind Agatha. Something told her an intruder lurked in the shadows of the room, but she could feel the hairs on the back of her neck rise. Could it be Charles? Could it be the man she loved? Or was it the killer? The killer who had terrorized the town for a week now. Why he had killed Mrs. Hardy, no one knew. She was the kindest woman, a jolly baker whose mince pies were renowned for their flaky crusts. Perhaps she had a sordid past. But nothing was uncovered until... I thought as much, Mr. Whittington.
You're rather clever.
A bit foolish of you, putting that gauze in Lyle Stark's makeup case.
I underestimated you. But don't underestimate me, Miss Maples.
You, of course, killed your uncle for his money.
Uncle Tom was so very, very rich, and he didn't have any idea what to do with all that money. He'd have wasted it in this boring sandbox, but not me. I know just how to go through money. Piles of it.
Well, Monsieur Porkchop is sure to figure it out.
That idiot?
Monsieur Porkchop is not an idiot.
Shut up! The whole house will hear you.
I suppose you intend to throw me into the tar pits as well.
Why not?
Well, Monsieur Porkchop will have something to say about that. I mean, after all, I mean a lot to Monsieur Porkchop, don't I?
Why don't we take a nice moonlight stroll? Get up!
Tell me first, how did you ever think you'd get your hands on that money? You're not in either of your uncle's wills.
You don't say, but you're smart enough to figure it out.
You're all full of compliments. Let me see. If you killed the professor's wife, then his will leave everything to you, right?
Right.
Wrong. The one thing you didn't count on was the professor's daughter.
Uncle Tom never had any daughters. Or sons. The old coot didn't have time for such things.
Well, it will all come out in court.
Your dad. But just in case you're lying, maybe Olive Claire join you in the tar pits. She could use a little excitement for once in her life.
Oh, me and my big mouth. Well, Monsieur Porkchop is sure to figure that out.
Move it, Toots.
Monsieur Porkchop, where are you?
You gotta believe me, Mr. Porkchop. I didn't kill anybody, but I think Peter might have.
Shut up, Chloe.
Peter!
If Monsieur Whittington kills you, Jessica. Oh my Jessica. I don't know how I will live without you.
You won't have to. You're coming with us.
Where are we going?
The tar pits.
No thank you. I have already seen them. And they are not what you call the cat's nightshirt.
That's pajamas. Cat's pajamas.
That is what I said.
Let's go. You too, Chloe.
What do you mean, Peter?
It's time. I think it's time we started going in separate directions. Like, I'll go to Paris and live in a beautiful flat overlooking the Champs-Elysees, and you, well, you'll sink to the bottom of the tar pits.
You can't mean it, Peter. Not after all that I've done for you.
You provided an excellent cover. But now, who needs it? Move, all of you. Move or I'll kill you here.
Mon Dieu! He will have the goose legs!
The goose monsieur. Thank you, Sylvia.
I knew he was up to something. I followed him and saw him cut the phone wire leading into the house.
He was gonna kill me.
He was a heartbreaker, all right. I'll drive to Luxor and fetch the inspector.
Mr. Stark will be very glad to see you.
We'll be back as soon as we can.
Oh, Jessica, you have been right all along, once again.
Why don't you take Chloe upstairs? She's had quite a night. I'll find some rope and tie Mr. Whittingstump up.
All right, but then I will return. Ooh la la! Come along, Miss Chloe. You will soon forget all about him.
I only tried to will to protect him. Lots of things he gave me. See if he's getting his sweater back.
Mr. Whittingstump was a sly one. I thought he was behind it when I found out how much he owed in back taxes. But the one thing I can't figure out is how did he get the basket of flowers in front of the door? We were all in the same room. Well, I'd best find some rope now. I feel like someone's watching me. Well, must be just the jitters. Well, see, we have a lot to do if there's still 3 murders to figure out. Isn't there? King Rotlux? Help! Help! Oh heavens! You're no ghost! You're no mummy!
Oh, no?
You're the first mummy to come out of the grave wearing Chanel number 5.
Can I help it if I've got good taste?
And everything but men.
Peter's a fool, I admit. But you're a bigger fool. Let's go.
Where to?
Where do you think?
Not the tar pits again.
Good thinking.
Well, no one can accuse you of being original.
Why fool with success? Now move it.
Help! Please, someone help! Help! Please! Please!
Nobody believed me when I said it couldn't hurt anybody.
Quick! Grab the mummy!
Ew, gross. What do we do if we catch it?
It's not a real mummy!
In that case, what is it?
The killer!
The what?
Really, Mr. Stark, you're supposed to be the hero.
Only in pictures.
This is no time to quibble about technicalities.
A flat tire allowed Miss Sylvia to catch up with us on the road. She said, Miss Maples, that you've caught the real culprit.
Yes, Inspector, there's been a terrible mistake. Mr. Whittingstump is the real murderer here, along with this mummy.
Is that so?
Quite.
Let me go.
Quiet, or we'll unravel you.
Well, Miss Maple, Lloyd and I have agreed to compromise. We're going to share the story and the byline. Why, what's going on here?
Looks like a great story in the making.
Correct. And now the 2 of you can report on who really killed Professor Towers.
Let's see who the mummy really is.
Mrs. Towers!
Isn't he supposed to be dead?
That's only what we were supposed to think.
Takes more to bum me off than old tar pits, and it'll take more than this to convict me of anything.
There's plenty of evidence, I'm afraid. And it's all clear now. You and Peter Whittingstump fell in love and planned it all, didn't you? You were the one who brought the basket of flowers in. You simply had it hidden around the corner. Peter knocked on the wall of this room to make it sound like the knock of the door. You suggested it was the door, did you not? Then later, when you were yourself murdered, everyone forgot it was you who opened that door. The scarf was a nice touch, as were the blanks you put in the gun you gave to Juliet to kill the mummy. And then, to throw us all off the trail, you hid the golden hawk in Mr. de Blowhart's room and the gauze in Lyle Stark's makeup case.
A sly plan, and I thought you were such a nice lady.
I still am a nice lady, Inspector. I just want to be a rich, nice lady.
Peter and Mrs. Towers figured that one of them would inherit a fortune. Unfortunately, they got wind that the professor was writing a new will, which, by the way, Inspector, you may use as evidence. The professor's new will makes Claire the beneficiary of the estate. After all, she is the professor's long-lost daughter, to whom he knew he owed a lot. For years he could not find her or help her.
The little witch. He knew she was his daughter. He told me he decided to change his will.
So you had to act fast.
Wouldn't you?
But even if they did kill Claire or destroy the will, how was Mrs. Towers to collect any money? Dead people can't inherit anything.
Mrs. Towers' will leaves everything to her sister. Remember she mentioned her sister, Fern? A quick call to Interpol confirmed that she does have a sister. And not only that, a twin sister. How easy to masquerade as your own twin to collect a fortune. Fern lives in Sioux City, and it would be years before anyone questioned her about all this. How clever. But, of course, you couldn't do it alone, so that is where Peter Whittingstump came in. He was the dummy mummy who killed the poor cat Moo Moo, appeared to Juliet's, and then later dragged you out of the room. It was only too bad that poor Rose saw you two kissing in your room. Perhaps one day you will learn to keep the door closed.
The nosy little witch. She got what was coming to her.
And how unfortunate that Peter studied ancient cultures in Ecuador, where he could so easily pick up curare and poisonous darts.
And now, Jessica. Mon Dieu, don't these people ever sleep?
We can tie up all the loose ends in the morning, can't we, Inspector?
Of course. Come along now, both of you.
Inspector, remind me next time I have a weekend party, leave her off the list.
The only party you'll be going to is a cell block party.
Well, Lord, we'd better get this story filed. You drive, all right.
All right.
What happened? That looked like Mrs. Towers.
It was Mrs. Towers.
Mrs. Towers has been playing deadly games with us, Claire. I'm afraid you've inherited a mess, but I'm sure you'll make it all work out in the end.
Finally, contentment, my dear.
Tarantella, you're fired.
Yes, Monster? Can I help you?
We would like to thank all of you who have helped us solve this crime.
We could not have done it without you.
So, we have a special thank you to our brilliant detectives, Mr. Bob Clark. Come on up, Monsieur Bob. Mademoiselle Maria Brown. Come on up. Desi Reynolds. Sally Raymond. Pat Cole. Katie Shields. Annalie.
I know.
CYR.
Still struggling with your English.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
Oh, yes.
Well, once again, we thank you for all of your help. We could not have solved this murder without you.
And my thanks too. Without your clues and our expertise, we could not have brought two criminals to justice.
Oui, monsieur.
Finally, you say yes. Ooh la la!
I didn't mean it like that. I meant we as in the two of us, not we as in yes.
I love it when you start to deduce, mon chéri.
Oh, I'm afraid I must say goodnight.
Do not run from me, Snookums. Accused pork chop is coming. Good the Lord! Who put that chair there? Wait for me, Snookums.